Hi everybody, this is your weekly horoscope for Monday the 21st of August, going through until Sunday the 27th of August. It's really nice to be with you. Thank you for joining me. The reason that I'm making the weekly horoscope this way is that I went for my yearly kind of mole patrol, my skin checkup, and I had certain things removed, so I'm not very presentable today. So I am going to do the weekly horoscope this way, and it might be quite interesting for you to actually see, with me changing the days and everything like that here on the chart, what things look like. So I'm going to go through the week day by day and give you an idea of what you'll be working with from Monday the 21st to Sunday the 27th. My horoscopes are based on UK time, which is British summer time. So we're starting here with Monday the 21st of August. We've got the total solar eclipse happening in the United States. If you're in Canada or further south than the United States, then it'll be a partial solar eclipse, not a total solar eclipse. That's in Leo and happens at 7:30 p.m. British summertime. So you'll know what time. If you look up your local listings, you'll see what time it happens for you. Now, this solar eclipse, I've made a separate video on this because it's quite complex and it is quite in depth. So I've made another kind of video on it to explain that. I'll put the link for that in the description below. And I'm just writing that down, and have a look at that video to go into more detail about it. But for you on this day, basically what it means is that the Leo energy highlights confidence, self-assuredness, passion, enthusiasm, and fun. That's on the positive side. On the other side, it can be overtly aggressive and arrogant. And because this eclipse is happening on the North Node, this energy, this Leo energy is being pulled in. And because it's an eclipse, it's being interrupted. So the effects of this last for 6 months. That's why it's so important. So the other side of it is that it can be overly aggressive and arrogant. And as it's called the Great American Eclipse, a lot of people are going to think for themselves what their identity really is, who they are, what they are passionate about, what they care about, what they're confident about. But also it's strangely timely in terms of American politics and the fact that this eclipse is happening over America, that especially Americans are going to be questioning their identity right now. And, you know, with the president that you've got, a lot of people have had to make their own choices in regard to, you know, this is what the public wants, this is what I want, these are my values and beliefs. So people have become much more vocal. And people are going to think about how they're going to represent themselves publicly. And if anything, this eclipse allows many more voices to be heard than we've ever had before. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, check out that solar eclipse video. That's what's going to happen on Monday. Tuesday, the 22nd of August, we've got the sun. And I can actually move this now. So let's go to Tuesday, the 22nd. So we have the sun moving into Virgo at 23:21, so we're at midday here. So if we go hours to 23, there we go. So now we've got the sun in Virgo. So happy birthday. I'm just going to go back to midday because that makes it easier. So happy birthday to all you Virgos. It's Virgo season, so very happy birthday to you. The Virgo moon also conjunct Mercury in Virgo. You can see that there, they're together, they're 1 degree apart. And the Virgo moon opposes Neptune in Pisces. So that's an opposition when two planets are 180 degrees away like this. Do you see? So Tuesday is very much about order, reason, loyalty, and caring becoming much more valued attributes in yourself. Whatever the sun is in affects us in terms of our identity, because it's those attributes that become really valued during that time. So Virgo is all about order. Now it's kind of winding down towards the end of summer in the northern hemisphere. And Virgo is about harvesting and sorting the good from the bad. So Virgo has to be rational and orderly. So there'll be a sense of knowing all the answers and being right. But remember, Mercury is in retrograde, and Mercury is in retrograde in Virgo, a planet, a sign that it rules. So Mercury retrograde in Virgo is really, really dangerous, and thinking that you have all the answers or knowing all the ideas is really dangerous right now. It's really a trap. Question absolutely everything and make sure that you weed out errors in your work. I'm sure I've made an error or two over the last couple of days. The Mercury retrograde has been there since the 12th of August and it lasts until the 5th of September. And it is a powerful one because Mercury, like I said, is in Virgo, a sign that it rules. So make sure you really, really weed out all the errors. The focus is also going to be purely on the physical, and you'll benefit from turning it much more towards the spiritual. That's the opposition between the moon and Neptune here. This is full of error because of that Mercury. If you turn that around and focus on the security of Neptune, 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is stability, security, and Neptune in Pisces is almost like your connection with a higher power. So if you focus on that much more, you're going to feel much better and you're going to get away from this error section that's going on up here. So that's the best way to make the use of the energy on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, the 23rd of August, we have got Venus in Cancer. So Venus is in Cancer up there. And Venus in Cancer trines Chiron in Pisces. So you can see this trine. And a trine is when two planets are 120 degrees apart. You see, you're even getting a little bit of an astrology lesson here. That's great. So, okay. So Venus is in Cancer. It trines Chiron in Pisces. The Virgo moon is now over there at 22 degrees, and that opposes Chiron in Pisces as well. So there's an opposition there, 180 degrees apart. Now, this is an interesting day. Wednesday and Thursday are interesting days because there's going to be emotional conflict here on Wednesday, internally and possibly externally. So Venus is in Cancer, and that wants you to love and to be inward looking and to dream about love and to be really romantic. But the trine with Chiron makes that painful. Chiron is the wounded healer. So there's been a lot of emotional pain floating around in the last couple of weeks and months. If you've been watching my channel, you know that that's applied to me. A lot of other people have experienced that. But now we've got the Virgo moon. The Virgo moon only cares about facts and figures. That also opposes Chiron in Pisces. So on the one hand, you've got Venus saying, look deeper, love, and be intense. On the other side, you've got the moon saying, only look at the facts and figures. But again, it's faulty. It's kind of further away from Mercury now, so it's not as influenced by it. Technically, it's not even conjunct Mercury because an orb is 10 degrees, okay? So if two planets are 10 degrees apart, they're counted as a conjunction. If it's more than that, it doesn't count. 22 degrees, 6, that's definitely more than 10 degrees, so that doesn't count. The moon in Virgo only values reason and rational facts. So you've got both of these things chirping in your ear saying, look deeper, feel more, and then also don't feel more, only look at the facts and figures. So you're going to be conflicted emotionally. The solution to the problem is Neptune in Pisces, again, by connecting with spirit and focusing on what your higher self says is going to really help you manage this emotionally conflicting time in the most effective way. Now, Thursday, the 24th of August, moving forward another day, we have got the moon moving into Libra at 6 minutes past 2 in the morning, which immediately lifts things because the moon in Libra is much lighter, much happier. We've also got Venus in Cancer, still trining Chiron in Pisces over there, and squaring Uranus in Aries. So a square Uranus in Aries over there. So there's continued emotional conflict. And the question is going to be, do you go it alone or do you continue to try and fix wounds and heal pain? There's a kind of lighter sense of being able to shrug off emotional wounds rather than to try and analyze them like you did yesterday and improving the way you feel today. by things just being lighter and being able to connect with spirit again, to lighten the load. And that's what these 2 days really should be about. Wednesday and Thursday, you lightening the load off yourself emotionally by connecting with a power greater than yourself to kind of lift some of this stuff which is going to be difficult to deal with and conflicting. This is kind of the storm before the calm, though, in a sense, and I've said that right, because on Friday, the 25th of August, we have Saturn going direct at 9 minutes past 1 in the afternoon, and that's also based on British summertime. And Saturn has been retrograde for a while. These outer planets, when they go retrograde, they usually retrograde for half a year or even longer. So Saturn retrograde is about doing inner work and working out your karma and focusing on the sides of the self that don't work. And in my case on the channel, you've seen me examine why my relationships don't work out. And that's been really emotionally difficult and painful. Now, when Saturn goes direct, this is a time to put what you've learned into practice and to become more certain about what you're doing. So you're no longer soul searching now, but you become much more certain and you're much more able to take action to bring more permanence and security into your life. So for instance, in my case, again, I have decided that for the time being, I am not available in terms of, relationships. I'm closing that door. I've deleted all my apps, everything is closed, and that's been a certainty, and that's the kind of certainty that now comes in. So soul searching time is over, and now it's time to act, which a lot of people are going to enjoy. Aries are going to really enjoy that. All the kind of cardinal signs are going to enjoy that. So it's really a great time to take action and to move forward rather than questioning and having more questions come up, which can become somewhat tiring if it just goes on and on. Now, moving forward to Saturday, the 26th of August, we have the moon moving into Scorpio, there you go, at 9:54 in the morning. We're looking at this at noon, so 12, so it's moved into Scorpio already. And Venus moves into Leo. Where's Venus? Venus moves into Leo over here at 5:30 in the morning. So Venus, the planet of love and beauty, moves out of Cancer into Leo. Hallelujah. Because Venus in Cancer has been very, very emotional. It's been about love and romance and nurturing other people and really being inward looking. And for a lot of us, it's been very difficult. Now, Venus in Leo is not introspective. Rather than the emotional kind of introversion, the goddess of love now really becomes extroverted and fun-seeking. So it's a completely different attitude, and it's really a time to now enjoy yourself. So combined with Saturn going direct on Friday, and now here on Saturday, Venus going into Leo, it's really a time to have fun and enjoy yourself and to move forward and to leave all the emotional soul searching behind and to just have fun. Now, also the moon, the Scorpio moon, is going to deepen the desire for intense emotional experiences. So this is really great for romance and thrill seekers this day. Absolutely amazing. So if you want to experience something profound, go for the 26th of August, Saturday here. Final day of the week, Sunday the 27th. Interesting day because the Scorpio moon sextiles Saturn in Sagittarius. So the Scorpio moon is here. It sextiles Saturn in Sagittarius. It doesn't actually, because at some point in the day, but not at 12 noon. So the moon moves really quickly. So if we look at how it moves by the hours, you can see how quickly it moves. So at some point it will square it. There you go. Somewhere along the time there. I'm not going to go through the whole day because I've looked at it earlier. So the Scorpio moon does sextile, yes, it does sextile Saturn in Sagittarius on this day at some point, and it trines Neptune in Pisces. So where's Neptune in Pisces? That's already there in place, okay? Neptune in Pisces. So water, water, water. Scorpio, Pisces. The Scorpio moon also sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So we've got that energy there. Now, this is a day for daydreaming and allowing your feelings to lead you to your own personal happy place. And if you do that, if you allow dreams and feelings to take over and carry you along in kind of this fantastical world that you'll discover, you'll really be able to focus on your kind of inner fantastical life, the inner dream world, the inner landscape, and you'll really be able to take a traipse around that area and see what's in there, and to look around and to dream again and to look at what the future could hold. And people say the best is yet to come, but to actually believe that is a whole nother thing. And this is a day where you can dream about how your life could look, because life, the sky's the limit as far as you're concerned. You can make your life whatever you want it to be. You can start out as someone who was born into a very humble family, and you can end up as one of the most beneficent and loved people on the planet. So we all have choices, and it depends on what we dream that we manifest. So this is a day for dreaming and being able to manifest. So if you allow your feelings and your desires and your dreams to organically come to the surface, they will lead you to your personal happy place. That may seem far away. It may seem like that's ages away and you've got loads of work to do before you get there. But if you don't dismiss those visions, and if you honor them, and if you really wait for them to appear and take notice of them and then take action on them, with Saturn being direct and Venus now being in Leo, they could be life-changing if they are acted upon. So we've got dreams combining with action, moving forward, passion, desire, intensity. It's really a nice time that we're entering now. It's far more interesting in terms of interpersonal relationships and human dynamics, and now getting back to a place where things are functioning and things aren't that emotionally it won't be such an emotional roller coaster. There'll also be more joy and fun and lightness in the atmosphere, which I think we all need. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Remember to check out the video on the eclipse. That's really the thing that overshadows everything else happening this week, because it is the big highlight. So have a look at that. I'll put the link in the description. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading, and in my readings I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I draw up your place of birth. So place of birth, in this case I've got London, UK, date of birth and time of birth, and then I get your chart like this. I can analyze it and see what your vocational aptitudes are, what your soul mission is, what your strengths and weaknesses are. So Black Moon Lilith, where's that? And Chiron, there we go. It's really a blueprint of your soul, and then I can put a progress chart and transits around it to see what's coming up for you in future in terms of your health, love life, romance, career, money, hopes and dreams, health, family, anything at all. So if you have any questions or you'd like me to analyze your chart, then please get in touch via the website. Please subscribe to this channel. I do daily tarot readings on this channel, these weekly horoscopes in a very different format this time. Usually I sit on the couch and deliver these messages. By the way, if you prefer it like this, let me know, because I'm actually showing you what's happening in the chart here, and you don't have to look at me, and you're looking at the actual information. So please, in the comment section, please leave your review whether you prefer this to the other way, because I can easily change this if you guys prefer it. I can even do a Twitter poll. If you think a poll would be worthwhile, let me know, because this information is for you guys, and if you prefer it a certain way, then I'm going to change it so that you guys like it, because the whole point is that it comes across so that it's accessible for you, and that it's you can actually listen to it in a way that's not boring or whatever. So yeah, please leave some feedback. If you like the videos, then please subscribe to the channel. That really helps me, the support by people subscribing, and I'll speak to you next week.